Greetings. I'm Tracy Butler with Wake Forest University, and I'm here to present research that could change how we treat problematic behavior in adolescents. The core problem: trauma doesn't just create behavioral symptoms, it literally rewires developing brain circuits. When trauma occurs during critical development periods, it disrupts dopamine systems, fragments time perception, weakens impulse control, and creates hypervigilant alarm systems. We've been treating the symptoms while ignoring the neurobiological architecture that creates them. Our solution targets this gap. We're conducting a randomized controlled trial with 180 adolescents aged 14 through 25, testing whether combined pharmacotherapy consisting of bupropion, mirtazapine, and lisdexamfetamine dimesylate, plus trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy can rewire these disruptive circuits during the critical window of adolescence neuroplasticity. This isn't symptom management. This is precision neurobiological intervention designed to redirect neural development before it calcifies into lifelong patterns of problematic behavior. Our primary hypothesis: combined medication targeting dopaminergic, noradrenergic, and attention systems plus CBT will produce superior outcomes compared to single medication or therapy alone approaches. What makes this study unique is our integrated assessment framework that measures change at three interconnected levels. Neurobiological: we measure dopamine function through reward processing tasks, stress regulation through cortisol patterns and heart rate variability, and sleep architecture, the actual neurobiological systems trauma disrupts. Cognitive: we evaluate participants' perception of reality, trauma narrative integration, and responses to ambiguity, specifically how they view themselves and their world. And behaviorally: academic performances, recidivism rates, and life engagement, the outcomes that actually matter for these young people's futures. This comprehensive approach allows us to track the cascade from neurobiological healing through emotional understanding to life transformation, proving that brain changes create lasting behavioral changes. Based on our neurobiological targeting approach, we anticipate several interconnected improvements. At the neural level, normalized prefrontal cortex function leading to improved impulse control and decision making, restored dopamine systems creating motivation for healthy activities rather than high-risk behaviors. At the physiological level, regulated stress response with normalized cortisol patterns and improved heart rate variability, biomarkers of neural healing. At the emotional and cognitive level, expanded emotional vocabulary, enabling participants to identify and express complex feelings, moving from basic reactive states to nuanced emotional awareness. And the real world impact: significantly reduced recidivism rates over our 2-year follow-up, improved academic performance, and most importantly, the development of what we call generative identity, the belief these young people can influence their future and contribute meaningfully to society. Our power analysis shows 80% power to detect clinically meaningful effect sizes that translate into transformed life trajectories. This research represents a paradigm shift from damage control to neural reconstruction. Instead of managing trauma symptoms, we're repairing the underlying neurobiological systems responsible for those symptoms. The implications extend far beyond individual treatment. When we successfully rewire one generation's neurobiological response to trauma, we interrupt intergenerational transmission. These adolescents become neurobiologically capable of healthy relationships and effective parenting. Every successful intervention doesn't just heal one brain, it potentially prevents trauma in the families these young people will form, the children they will raise, and the communities they will build. We're demonstrating that our most intractable social problems, generational poverty, repeated incarceration, family dysfunction, may have neurobiological solutions that we've simply never tried during the optimal developmental window. This is precision neurobiological intervention for trauma, targeting specific neurobiological mechanisms when intervention can create permanent architectural changes rather than temporary behavioral modifications. I thank you for your time today, and I welcome any questions.